Hi, my name is Wende. I'm from the Netherlands and I was a camper at CRS this summer.
Hi, my name is Fieke. I'm also from the Netherlands. I'm actually Wende's mom, and I was a co-chef in 1995. We are actually two generations of CRS alums, but my father was the first generation in this family. He went to camp in 1957, and since I can remember, Camp Rising Sun was part of the conversations we had at home. He took us to the Dutch reunions. The guys got together every year. And when the girls' camp started in 1989, I was so excited and I really had my hopes up for going there myself. Unfortunately, the rules stated against it. So I never got to go. But I didn't give up. And a couple of years later, when I was a junior in college, I got in touch with the camp director at the girls' camp and asked her if I could come and be a counselor. She said, well, I have already many applications from counselors and I still need a chef. Wouldn't you consider being a chef? And I said, a chef? I'm just a student. I like to cook, but I've never cooked for 75 people. And she said, no worries. I have another college student that I would like to come. And I think you can chef it together. So I went in 1995 and got really close with Jennifer. We were friends in and out of the kitchen, and I really had a great time. When I had kids, I learned about the Legacy Camper program, and Wende has an older brother. I told him he could go if he wanted to, and he said, no, that's really not something I would like. So I was really, really happy and excited when Wende said, yes, Mom, I'm really interested. I would love to go.
My favorite part of CRS were the variety shows and everything leading up to them. I personally rapped Eminem with a group of my friends, but some people played the guitar or sang a song or danced or did a funny joke. And they were very well organized and I thought it was really funny. Everything was either taken very seriously or taken not seriously at all. But it was very appreciated. If people wanted to sing or dance, it was applauded. And if people wanted to rap Eminem, it was also applauded, but in a funny way. And I thought it was really amazing.
Well, two things stand out in my memory. All the songs, all the time. I love singing. And some other counselors and I would visit every tent every night and sing a lullaby. Good night, time sends a warning call. And I think my kids can even dream this song because often when I would bring them to bed, I would sing this for them. So that was really one of my favorite memories. And the other thing is, well, it was a thing I was really proud of. We had this camper who told me that she was so homesick that she had actually decided to leave camp because she couldn't take it anymore. And then she told me that she had decided to stay, and the main reason for her decision was the fact that she liked the food better than she liked the food at home. So she couldn't have made me more proud.
A life lesson I learned at camp was to never judge a book by its cover. I know it sounds cliche, but when I first got there, there were a handful of girls that I didn't see myself become friends with at all or even talk to. For no apparent reason, but I just didn't see myself being friends with them. And during camp, I think maybe 2 weeks in, I finally talked to those people for the first time, which for me was very uncomfortable. But they turned out very great. They turned out to be very amazing people and very close friends of mine. And yeah, I think it's very important now. At my school there were a few people that I didn't see myself become friends with either, but they are now very close friends of mine, so I think that's a good lesson I learned.
Well, this is not an easy question for me. What did I learn such a long time ago? But what I can remember, the mantra, and I don't know if they still use this, they might not. But when I was at camp, they said in order to be a good leader, you need to be a good follower. And that's stuck with me. Emphasizing both sides of leadership was really insightful. And even though I wasn't a camper, it made me more aware that being a good follower is important for the leader to lead. And before camp, I had never given this any thought.
My grandpa went to CRS in 57 and passed away 40 years ago. So I never really got to hear about his experience at camp. But growing up, my mom told me about his experience and about her experience. So that made me beyond curious to know what all the fuss was about. I think, as well as my mom, that camp is a once in a lifetime experience.
And of course, there might be other opportunities to meet a lot of foreign people. But here at camp, you live with them for 4 weeks. And most of all, you learn how to live without your phone for 4 weeks. And Wende never thought she could do it, but she did. And she said, I didn't even miss it. Excellent. Jennifer, my co-chef, and I, we calculated that we made about $1 an hour at the time. But hey, we were there for the money. We were there for the experience. And we had no opportunity to spend the money anyway. So when I left camp and I visited New York City, I felt like a rich girl. And I bought a beautiful leather coat that I thought would be a coat for life. It ended up in our basement, after all, in a cardboard box. But I refound it last year. I brought it to get it to get it cleaned. And then Wende saw it and she said, oh, that's a beautiful coat. Can I please wear it? And now she's wearing it. So that's also a great story about how camp continues to live on in my daughter.